Hi friends, it's me Nikki here with a home office makeover. You all know this as my home office. Well, no more. It is now Mike's home office. I made it over this weekend for him. I don't need an office at home. And so I want to share with you some masculine organization on how I put this space together. And first it was about the bookcase and getting things in place so that he could keep all of those things in order that he has. He can tend to be a paper hoarder, so I did not want to see this as we entered our home because this is very visual to the home. And so I wanted to put things in place where he can easily get to those things he needs, but it fits his style. He likes that rustic industrial look. So this cart here that I found at home holds his briefcase, his notebook that he accesses all of the time, along with his pen case that he accesses all of the time. Easily can get to things was key for me. As far as the decor, I wanted it to keep with that industrial feel, but keep in the gray tones because in our house we have whites and grays, so I felt like that would be a great way to make the space his space, but also have it still fit the home as far as the color tones. And so the clock is a very beautiful, it's industrial, it's something that he loves, along with this artwork here that I found at home because he is a former retired actually Air Force guy, so this was perfect for his space. And keeping it masculine, it was important to keep the fabrics masculine. And I always think of a suit, finding those fabrics that remind you of a suit or a shirt, a men's shirt. And that's how I kept the tones to keep that masculine feel in the space, and incorporating things like masculine candles and accessories. Definitely not the chandelier you see here. This was one that I was going to keep initially. I put the gray shades on it, but it just did not fit. So I went to Lowe's and I found something that was more befitting of his office, something that was more masculine and fit the space. And it's this Allen and Roth lighting here, and it's really gorgeous, and he absolutely loved it. And it had that industrial feel that he liked, and it fit his space because I didn't change the wallpaper and I didn't change the wall color, so I wanted to incorporate it, everywhere else. I also found this curtain rod here at Target. It's very industrial style French rod in that pewter finish, and it's from the Threshold brand, but it really fit perfect for his window treatments. So definitely by incorporating the metals and the kind of suit style of fabrics, it really had the space feeling very masculine, very neutral, which you all know I love neutrals throughout my home. So even though this is a different style for my home, the space still fits the home because the color tones are there, and you can tell this is now his space, but it's not too awkward in the home. So that's what I was going for. Now let's talk about his desk function because this is important. I wanted to keep it very minimalistic on his desk because he can tend to hoard things, and I didn't want to give him the opportunity to do that. So At Home had these planters in their garden section, which I thought would be perfect to use as his desk kind of items to store his desk items, like for his pens and his scissors and things like that. And so it really was the perfect size. I thought it was in the price point that I wanted. I found these scissors that I thought were very masculine and fun in Target, and they're just really a great quality pair of shears, so I love that about these. And found them recently in Target, so they fit the theme of the space, and they really are a great addition to his desk. So he really uses them a lot actually, so it works out great. I put minimal pins. I didn't want to give him the opportunity to have a lot of clutter, so just clamps and pins, just the basics that he would need at his desk. And I also knew that he needed an inbox and some business card holders, but I found these different pieces, but they were different color tones. And one thing you can do is, if you like to thrift and things like that, and you want a kind of unity with your office accessories, you can simply paint them, and that would make them look like a grouping or help them coordinate with each other. If you don't want it's not always good, I feel, to have matchy-matchy, but in this case, they were too different. They didn't fit the tone of the room, so I needed to really get rid of the silver. So I used this Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint in that flat, soft iron. It really gives a nice industrial feel, this color specifically. So if you're looking for that look, try this color. And it's a simple process of just taking it outside and painting it and letting it dry for a couple hours, and you're good to go. In the end, it really gave it that industrial feel. It took off the gold tones that that the inbox had. It made the business card holder fit in with everything else on the desk, and it's really a budget-friendly way to do it. Along with the lamp we got here from IKEA, very simple lamp on the desk. You guys know I'm about a lamp on the desk, but keeping it very kind of simplistic on his desk really is great for him. Along with giving him that office function, you know, putting those bins for him to put his books. He doesn't have a lot of books, so I didn't want them to be visual. I thought that would be clutter in the home. So using these magazine organizers here, it helps hide the little bit of books that he did have, but he can easily get to them. Along with his file folders that he accesses all of the time, I put them so that he could easily get to them, and the wraps and things that he uses for his business. Everything has a place and he knows where it's at. And it's not a lot of different things, but the things that he has specifically have a place on his shelf, and he can easily put them away and get to them. And then when we walk past this space, because it is one of the main spaces that you see when you enter the home, it's not overwhelming. So everything is kind of hidden behind the storage, so that's great. So he loves the space. It really turned out great. It's very comfortable for him, and he feels like it's his space now and that he really can function in it. So I hope you all have enjoyed. I hope to get another video out to you soon, so definitely stay tuned. I will see you at the next video, and this is Nikki saying goodbye.